Alright, we are back, and I'd say better than ever, but we are probably just the same as before. So much has happened in the last 2 weeks, so I'm just going to go through some of the most recent things, and even that's just going to be kind of a quick overview. And we all saw the teaser trailers, the gameplay trailers, and the season is already launched. So we're going to get into some of that news and show off some Rampart gameplay here. And go over, how some of the patch notes may affect you, some of the big things. This seems to be a pretty polarizing season so far, which I'm surprised about, but it's only been a day, and there's plenty of time left. In my opinion, it's one of the freshest seasons of Apex, and just a friendly reminder, if you don't get to play Rampart right away because someone else picks her, do not worry. She'll be around for the rest of Apex, so don't feel badly and leave just because you don't get to play her for one game. Let's all be positive here, guys. I'm also at 24 subscribers right now. If we hit 25, we're going to do a giveaway. Go ahead, give a thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Twitter if you don't already, at Hieronyman. Also tell your grandparents to subscribe to me on there as well. I'm a big hit with grandmothers. So let's do a quick Rampart overview. Ramia Perek, aka Rampart, is a weapons modder and possibly one of the best in the Outlands. Her shop got destroyed and old Kuben Blisk, former leader of the Apex Predators mercenary group, just so happened to be around and invited her to join the games. This makes me wonder if Kuben is actually missing or if he's just been going around the Outlands giving people cards for the hell of it. You gotta do something in your retirement, I guess. Rampart is friendly with almost all the legends. There are a couple who maybe find her a little abrasive. Her passive is a faster reload rate for all light machine guns and an increased mag size for them. Now, Spitfire could actually probably knock a whole lobby without reloading. Her tactical is an amped wall, making all outgoing bullets do increased damage. Using these tactfully has already been a challenge for me, but if I can get in my head she's like an offensive Watson, maybe I'll get used to her. I think Watson mains are actually going to do really well with Rampart. There's a lot of good overlap there, and instead of hiding behind fences now and sniping from afar, I can add an amped wall and do more damage with actual cover. Her ultimate is a beast, literally, and it's Sheila. You see Rampart carrying Sheila all over on her back, which makes me think Rampart must be absolutely shredded out of her mind. There's only one thing she loves more than a good scotch, it seems, and it is Sheila. You deploy Sheila like you would a fence or gas pod, and then you hop on it and fire away. One thing you'll notice is initially the spread is huge, and it focuses in more as you continue to fire. So be mindful of this when you're trying to hit targets far away. If you're not hitting right away, give it some time. If getting height wasn't important to you before, when you play Rampart, it absolutely will be. You do not want to be stuck on the low ground with her. She can only fire vertically so much, and she's an easy target with her barriers from above as well. Luckily, you'll find her ultimate and tactical recharge rates are relatively quick. And be sure to pick up a devotion with her passive, as I mentioned. It's absolutely brutal. It's back on the ground, and besides clip size, they didn't really change it from the care package at all. So you're going to want to pick one of those up, even if you're not Rampart. Now, let's get into the patch notes and you. We're not going to go through all the patch notes. The devs did a pretty good job with that in the dev stream. So I'm going to pick up some of the bigger ones and maybe ones that you might not have noticed, I guess. A lot of the changes in patch notes are game changers, for sure. They definitely change the meta a ton. You see a lot of people on Twitter talking about TTK this season, which if you're not familiar with, stands for time to kill. It's been decreased a lot, and that is why you're dying so quickly, if you're wondering. Shields have been a big part of this. Blue shields are now only plus 50 health, purple and gold are only plus 75, and red is 100. So red is what your purple shield would have been in previous seasons. And they are all Evo shields. So whether you like sniping or you like pushing, do it quickly to level those puppies up. Bloodhound also got a buff to their ultimate. They can now scan almost constantly during their ultimate, and a knock will add 5 to 15 seconds onto the ultimate. You know what they say, once you pop, you just can't stop. And are you hearing a lot of pew 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 going on? Everyone and their grandmother is using a Volt SMG. You know, I don't want to peer pressure you into it or you know, give you a case of FOMO. But go try it out in the firing range. It's a monster and will one-clip a person without any attachments. Recoil is pretty low too. I'm going to expect a nerf for this in the near future. Enjoy that while you can. The Prowler was also buffed though, pretty drastically with the reduced vertical recoil on burst. So maybe they just want SMGs to be stronger in the long run. The Volt is a game changer, and mixed with the Devotion, it might be the dirtiest weapon combo in the game. Even though it's really good, I still seem to be bad with it. You're going to see some clips here of me just messing with it. So if only there was a game that could aim, a gun that could aim for me, that might help, you know. Devs, please. It's making a lot of people angry though. I can imagine why, but it's a new gun, and if there was proximity chat, that'd be pretty funny. Mozambique, as I'm watching the clip now, also got an added one shot. This is a game changer for the Mozambique. 3 is like just below where you want to be. 4 is right where you want to be with the Mozambique right now. And I'm not even saying that ironically. It is good. It's very good. Crafting is detailed. There's a lot of things involved with it. But not that detailed, I guess. When I think about it. You land in different areas, grab materials, and then you can craft different weapons or attachments. Please note, if there is a weapon that's craftable or an attachment that's craftable, you will not find it on the ground anywhere. Are you looking for that turbocharger and can't seem to find it? Check the crafting station, also called a replicator. They drop from the sky like care packages throughout the match as well. Also, each rotation, here's a fun tip that was told to me. I actually think maybe a dev tweeted it as well. Don't forget to add damage to your Evo armor, as you can now do that with crafting. This will leave you vulnerable without a shield for, I don't know, 10 seconds, but you add 100 damage to your Evo armor to help you level it up. If you do this every time you rotate, you'll get a purple or red in no time. It is not hard to get crafting materials. Other minor things that you can do now as a recon character is that all recon characters can access survey beacons. So when Crypto uses his drone, he can now immediately access the survey beacon info, and if you have a teammate's banner, it actually instantly revives characters at a respawn beacon from a safe distance. So that's a pretty big buff for Crypto. Also, we are back with the stories again. It's been, 4 weeks since the last Broken Ghost chapter. So this is fun. This is fun to get back into it again. And this time they are in the form of comic books, which is a really cool concept and gets me kind of excited because if you recall from one of my previous videos, Apex has started a partnership with Dark Horse, who has a book coming out this fall, and that is why it's partly why they're doing comics right now. And Dark Horse is actually illustrators from the Dark Horse publishing company are actually doing the illustrations for this. Also, Pathfinder now has a girlfriend. I'm really proud of him. Way to go, big guy. If I don't get invited to his wedding, I will riot. If you have any bets on who it is, place that down in the comments below. I'm gonna guess Rampart. She was fixing him up after a mash, and things got a little saucy. I don't want to be too explicit here, but let's say there's some electricity between them now. Rampart now lives inside Mirage's bar, which is pretty big. I think there's a lot less mystery revolving around these quests than there was for Broken Ghost, but sometimes it's good to just tell stories. We don't need to be guessing everything all the way here. Lastly, 2 new animators have been added to the Apex team, so maybe we'll be getting more finishers. Let's knock on wood. That would be really cool. I think that's pretty much it. I'm running out of time here. I'm sure you guys are tired of listening to me talk. So it's good to be back making videos. I'll talk to y'all next week. Again, follow me on Twitter if you don't already. And take it easy, guys. Alright. Peace.